I think what you're trying to ask is why am I so insistent upon giving out to them that blackness, that black power, that blackness, that black power, that blackness, that black power. To me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world, black people. I mean that in every sense.
For me, I'm gonna have to say I understand how Black women could get offended. Personally, I'm not, so I wouldn't go as far as to say I needed to be protected in this situation. I really don't care. I feel like it's a personal preference. Either I like this comedian or I don't. We do hear a lot of things about us Black women, and it's a lot of things that we're defending on an everyday basis. However, I do not agree with as far as like when it comes to a comedian, like anything goes. Either I'm gonna listen to you, or I'm not. So some people are gonna be offended, some people are not. So it's a personal preference to me. Isha and Callie were offended by it, but at the same time, you're gonna keep moving on with life. Like me, I'm not offended at all. It doesn't bother me not one bit. I can listen to any joke from anybody, and it's like, okay, either I'm gonna I'm gonna take it or leave it. Like I'm gonna move on. These are the comedians I like, and these ones over here I won't listen to. I just I just never been offended by any of the jokes, racist jokes. Do I agree with it? No. Do I sympathize with it? I absolutely do, and I understand, but I don't care. So it doesn't bother me.
Comedy has always been sort of the lens that bridges a lot of cultures with each other. If if we've gotten to a place where we could joke around but still shed some light in terms of the context of the joke, I think it allows people to kind of grow and evolve. I don't want people to kind of, walk away and feel offended about everything because, life is just too short. And sometimes you got to laugh at certain things because, you know, there's some truth into it. And then sometimes there's the irony. But hopefully that, people can still revolve around each other and talk about the most difficult conversations. Because I think, again, at the end of the day, I think it's about having the more difficult conversations than it is about attempting to land a funny joke.
Yeah, it still doesn't. It. Thank you, ladies, for answering. My position is always going to be this, just so it's not confused. I understand myself and most of us on this panel are Black or connected to the Black community, but it still boggles my mind that we put so much weight on the Blackness of the community instead of the factors of us being good men, good women, good people. That's my stance. So that's why sometimes I may pose a question like I'm trying to be jarring and I'm not. I literally am confused how most of us as individuals who I think are smart carry so much weight. And the only people that I see that put a lot of weight on recognize my Blackness is Black people, because I'm with all kinds of people and I don't see that to be so much of a like see me, respect me this way, act this way. I don't see that. And I'm around all kinds of people. So that's where to me it gets really murky. He said something in the response that there's a wound and we need healing. And if you pour peroxide on the wound, you can't expect it not to hurt. And that's where, again, that's why I asked the Black women, because I know, brothers, we have our position on it, but it seems, just my opinion, a lot of Black men don't seem to carry the same type of energy. We're trying to get somewhere progressively. Whereas the women seem to be like, no, 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 there's pain, there's hurt, recognize it. And we'll remind you that there's pain and hurt and to recognize it. But I digress.
I understand what you're saying, True. And, that's your perspective and opinions. Me personally, I don't look to anyone to fight my battles or stand up for me. I just stand up for myself. So if someone asks me, did you like that? I'm like, not really. I didn't really care for it. Why? Well, because I've heard it all my life. So it's just like for me, I guess for me, I get told things so many times about being black or being mixed or being this and being that. I just get tired of it. I'm just like, bro, okay, cool. Like, I'm not letting it soak into my mind where it's affecting my day to day and I can't function. I'm just seeking all this validation and stuff like that. No. But it's just like, if I don't care for something, I'm just going to be honest and be like, I didn't really care for it. And if you ask me why, I'm going to be like, because I hear this all the fucking time. That's just kind of how it goes for me. I'm not really like sitting here making this big old deal saying like, oh, now we got to raise hell and cancel him and this and that. I even said, he's a comedian. He's going to say what he's going to say. But like Vaughn said, am I going to sulk on it? No, I'm just going to block him or not watch any other stuff and then move the hell on because that's just what life does.
No, I feel good. I mean, I think that, I understand True's point, but I don't think that any of us are soaking in it. I think that it's okay to recognize the facts. And I think that sometimes we have to do that on a panel. And I feel like I was just recognizing the fact that I didn't like it. And I thought that it had a negative connotation to me. And everybody, people felt differently. But it wasn't nothing to call home about. I don't even know who this man is, but I think that people should recognize it. But you don't necessarily have to like call it out, but like be able to recognize that like everybody is not on the same page. Sometimes you are the butt of the joke, So I think that it's okay to like recognize it, but you shouldn't sulk in it. And it's also okay to laugh. Like if it's funny, laugh, but I didn't find it funny. And I guess I didn't find it funny because Black women have always and still are always getting it hard. We stay on the defense. We're always having to defend ourselves.
But to be fair, it's Black men too. Like, I'm not going to sit on this panel and be like, oh, Black women are the only one that go through it. You know what I mean? Black people as a whole, we as a whole, we go through it. And, it's just one of those things where it's just like, even if the situation was geared towards a Black man, I probably would have still reacted the same because I have a Black brother who I'm very close with, and I've stuck up for him multiple times when we were in school and people would try to bully him. So I don't know. Maybe you're right though, True. Maybe I am stuck in this mindset where it's like, Black people need to move forward and this and that, or, this, whatever the case may be. But for me, I don't know. Some things I find funny, some things I don't. But the only reason why I'm talking about it is because I'm on this panel.
I do have a question to pose. I know Callie said it's all Black people. Aisha said Black women seem to be the butt of the jokes all the time. Why do you think Black women are often the center of controversial conversations in media?
Because they're going to draw the biggest response. Is going to get the biggest response across the board. That's why.
I agree. Like True said, we are like the headlines. Like we're like a lot of people are trying to top us. Like we do a lot of things, like as far as sports, talent, different talents. Like we are somewhat the thing to beat. So I feel like that's why.
Well, the thing about it, it's all good when it's in a positive manner, right? It's all good when they're getting uplifted and when they're getting praised or when they're getting the accolades. It's all good. But they don't like it when that negative side. I give you an example. You remember the tennis player, that young girl, what's her name? Coco Brown? Coco, I don't know her last name. It's a golf Coco. I don't know what her last name is. It's irrelevant. But
okay, Louis.
Yeah, I thought the last name was Golf.
Coco Golf. Okay. I don't know if y'all remember how there was a time when, Coco Golf. There was a time when she was having issues. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't doing well. And the reporter asked her, why was she playing well? Well, and then she had a whole fit. She was mad because they was messing with her mental when they was asking these questions, and she's to the point that she didn't want to do the interviews no more because they was messing with her mental. But when she was doing good, and they was praising her and uplifting her, making her, female tennis player of the week, or the year, or the month. Oh, it was all good then. Oh, I want all this attention. Saying that all the attention came your way, you was cool with it. But now when when it's on the other side and they are criticizing you and they are critiquing you and they are on your ass, you don't like that. Now I said, no, y'all stay away. Y'all stay away. No, look, you can't have it both ways. The good comes with the bad. Now, we all know certain stereotypes. There's some truth to certain stereotypes, right, guys? Let's be mature about it. There is some truth to certain stereotypes, right? So, stop living up to them stereotypes. How about we change the narrative? You know how we can do it? By doing something different. Don't go out here wearing bonnets. Young dudes don't need to be going out here sagging their goddamn pants. Then they won't have that certain stuff. Don't be out there wearing these shiesty masks, looking like you ready to do something, but you ain't. But you just thought it was cool to wear a goddamn robber's mask. Like, it's what the hell? How about we change the narrative? Do something different.
They be wearing them stupid things to the restaurants too. I noticed
everywhere.